There you are. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Larry?
Doing well. It's a good day here, as you can tell in the background here. Don, Gelosh, and I are here at the beach, but we want to talk to you about our programs in systems engineering. And we each bring our own unique flavor to the program. Don, one night we were talking, you were telling me a little bit about you were working on the space shuttle. You got a quick summary of that for our audience today?
Yeah, sure. I was a captain in the Air Force, and I was actually working on the Air Force communication systems and happened to get a job with the space shuttle down in Houston, down at Johnson Space Center, on the vehicle integration and test team. And basically, it was our responsibility to make sure the shuttle was ready for launch. Okay, have you ever heard of a terminal countdown demonstration test? The VIT team run that test.
Hmm.
So that was kind of neat. But what was really interesting was several years later, when I went to my first job as a system engineer at the Pentagon. I look back on that and realized I was doing system engineering work back then. Because vehicle integration and test team, I mean, how much system engineering can that be?
Oh, really?
So it was really kind of exciting. I really realized I've been doing system engineering for years. I just didn't realize it.
Yeah, and that's something I think a lot of the people that will be watching this video are going to find out that they've been doing system engineering, just hasn't been called that. And maybe we can help with some courses and other things that we offer here at WPI. Looking
Right.
at this school's been around a long time, even though I've only been here 2 years, and you've been here, what, how many years, Don?
14 years. I've been here since 2012.
14. Man, this place was founded in 1865, right after the Civil War. Do you know that we're the third largest private technological university in the U.S.?
Yeah, that was the thing was that who was it? It was Washburn and the Boynton.
Boynton. Yep.
We're both industrialists,
Yeah.
and one was really heavy on practice, and one was heavy on theory. They decided that if we come together and do both of these in a school, we can, do a really great job, I think. So they,
Yeah, they
they
each
did
have,
that, and
yeah.
WPI was born.
And they got the buildings named after them too, don't they? So Boynton's where the administration is housed, the theory, right?
Right,
And
right.
Washburn Shops is where I know industrial engineering and some manufacturing things are housed.
Yes.
Hey, do you know what the two that are older than us are what schools those are?
It's now that was a pop quiz. I didn't know I should
Sorry
have
about
guessed.
that. Well, they both have go by three letters, and one is in New York State, Rensselaer, RPI.
Oh,
is the
Rensselaer. Okay,
is
that,
the
that makes
oldest.
sense.
I would have thought
Yeah.
Lehigh or something like that, but no,
Hmm.
it's Rensselaer, and then that little school down the road from us, MIT.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah,
Are they the first one?
they're the second, and we're the
And,
third.
and Rensselaer's the first?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. I know that. And now I
and
know
number
something
four
different.
is a name we all know in systems engineering as well, Stevens.
Steve's okay,
I didn't
cool.
realize they were that old either. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's anyway, a little trivia, but now we've grown over the years, obviously. As we've got what, 7,000 students, and the bulk of them are engineering, and a couple
Right,
thousand
right.
of them are graduate students. So we got a lot going on over here. And yeah, the oh, what was that ranking we got, Don? The online masters thing from U.S. News and World Report.
Number 18, for online Masters of Engineering.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I know because we've been just the short time I've been here, I think it's gone up at least 5 places. I think it was 23 when I got here. So, yeah, we want to share with you a bit about why that's the case. And I think a
Yeah.
lot of it has to do with some of the work that you've done, Don, with NCOSE, and particularly academic equivalency. What's that all about?
Well, the thing is that Nkosi's been offering for several years now, at least back in the late 2000s. Actually, in the late 2000s, 2007, 8 timeframe. Anyways, a certification program, which is
Hmm.
really kind of neat. As part of to get certified, you have to study the handbook, take a certification exam, which is a long 2 hour, 120 question exam based on a handbook. Fill an application out, and join NCOSE as a regular member. Well, we at WPI felt that certification is really important for our students. So NCOSE offered us a program which is called academic equivalency. What this means is anybody who takes our SIS 501 Concept of System Engineering course and passes with an 85% or better final score can waive the knowledge exam. And for associate system engineering professionals, the ASEPs, the knowledge exam is pretty much it. If you pass
Hmm.
that or waive that with our course, apply, join in COSI, you get your ACEP certification. So a lot of our students have been doing that. And since 2019, when we were first approved, we've put in over 350 students into the program. So that's really kind of neat.
Wow. Yeah, we've got to be one of the bigger schools doing this in terms of students.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's great. I know we got a lot of things going on in here that we're in charge of now. We've got the graduate certificates, right? We got two of those, 18 credits, and you can get a certificate either in system engineering awareness or systems architecture, and you get the badge to prove it. Share that on LinkedIn, stuff like that. And then we have two master's programs, right? We got one that requires you have an ABET accredited undergraduate engineering degree or master's in systems engineering, and how'd that systems engineering leadership program ever come about?
Well, I'm glad you asked because when I first got to WPI, all we had was the Master in System Engineering program. And as you said, you have to have an ABET, undergraduate ABET accredited engineering degree or computer science degree. And I noticed that a lot of our employees at local companies and things were being turned down because they didn't have that, but they were doing system engineering work.
Hmm.
I'm thinking, what's going on here? How can we be doing this? Okay, we got people, doing and contributing to system engineering at their jobs, but we can't give them a degree. So we work with the School of Business and come up with a system engineering leadership program, a degree, 10 courses. Five of them were system engineering courses, five were various business courses. And this is actually open to everybody. Anybody has a basic STEM degree, undergraduate degree. So this really opened up the aperture and opened up the admissions process for students who just contribute to system engineering efforts at their companies. They can actually get a master in system engineering leadership, which is also kind of neat because there are other schools that actually have two different programs, one for masters of science and system engineering, and another like masters of engineering and system engineering, and they make distinction between the two. We don't do that. We just do the master of science in system engineering or system engineering leadership.
Yeah, it's great. You
And
can earn an MS in either one of those.
yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is, our master of science in system engineering, we actually teach a lot of leadership in that program as well.
Yeah, it's one thing that I know it's a strength of our faculty is the leadership part of it. And then the more recent addition is the online PhD, which is really held to the same traditional rigor and standards of any traditional PhD program. But that's relatively new, right? In the last 5, 6 years or so.
Oh, it's been around for a while. We've had some students that have been here for 7 or 8 years.
That's true because it takes about,
No,
yeah.
it's been around for a while.
Okay.
It's very popular because it is designed for working professionals online part-time. Okay,
Yeah,
so
one thing we
very,
should,
very popular. So
yeah, it's a great way to get your PhD if you don't want to give up working at your company and all and
right.
moving and all that business. Our residency is take the classes. That's the residency.
Pretty
You
much, yeah,
should
yeah,
know,
back to back classes. So we stay engaged with you.
yeah. You should know if you're an alum of WPI, you do get a discount on tuition.
Right.
And if you have your bachelor's from us and want to get your master's, you can still do the BSMS program within 5 years of graduating. So keep that in mind if you fall into
That's
that
correct. Yep.
area. Um, we do a lot of work with companies and students from companies who need to protect their information. So it's important to note that, you know, Don and I have signed non-disclosure agreements, and we're willing to do it again for other companies as well. The ability for you to get your work done that really supports what the company is about is really what we're about. We're here to align what we do with what you need to do. So, okay. You know, this AI business, Don, we
Oh,
started
AI is
adding
everywhere now. Yeah.
we started adding some of that to our program. And when we met last year at our summit, the feedback was don't have an AI course. Integrate AI across your curriculum. And so we've really tried to do a lot of that. And one of the areas was that Øresund Bridge. Where is that, Don?
Well, you know where that's at. That goes between Malmo, Sweden, and Copenhagen, Denmark.
Ah, yeah. So we'll have to get there sometime.
Well, we're trying to get into a conference, aren't we, in
That's
Sweden
true. The
this summer? Yeah.
EMEA something or other engineering conference for EMEA, that's sponsored by
Yep.
Nkosi. So if that works
And it's
out, there's going to be a road trip across
well, that
that
conference
bridge.
site is only 4 hours north of the bridge.
Okay.
So a little
No.
4 hour trip, little lunch, and pay your toll, and across the bridge we go. And have dinner in Copenhagen and head back. So
Sounds like a
sounds like
great
a plan to
plan.
me.
I hope that works out. But what they do with that case study? I think you've talked with Beth Wilson, our adjunct, who's charged with designing that SIS 501 course.
Well, the thing is that this case study is actually in the System Engineering Handbook from Nkosi. And what they do is they analyze, like I think it's like 5 or 6 different phases of the project. The requirements phase, architecture phase, design, concept operations, test and evaluation, all those different things. And the case study is for the students to actually look at that and kind of critically analyze each particular phase and what they did right, what they did wrong,
Hmm.
and tell us about that in a report. Well, we've added something to that. We said that, hey, students, you can go out and use AI to also critique what the people have done in the Orson Bridge case study. But then you got to tell us if you think the AI is right on, partly right, mostly incorrect, or just plain hallucinating. Okay. And so this really drives the students to do a couple of things. First of all, to encourage them to use AI, to encourage them on how to prompt AI with all the information that it needs from the Orson Bridge case study. And then once you get the responses back, to critique them critically. Look at what are they saying? Are they saying something that I agree with or don't agree with? And then give us that critique. So it really broadens their critique and critical thinking abilities across the board. And I think that's a great use of AI.
Yeah, that really embodies our kind of our philosophy here is it's a set of tools, it's a new approach to doing things, and how can we harness that technology for the betterment of systems engineering and what we do to help get the points across and teach it. And some of the things I've been doing in the leadership course is bringing in role plays and bots to handle engineering economics and earn value analysis and even negotiation. So our applications of AI will just keep evolving with the technology because it keeps changing all the time. And so I really encourage my students in my classes to do these short demos, like 7-minute videos of what can you do in AI that's not, generating a 500 word narrative or creating an image. There's so many other creative things you can do. And it's great to see what people are doing.
Right.
And
Right.
if I mention too many of them here, you know what, Don? They're going to be obsolete in 2 months
Oh,
because
yeah.
something new will happen.
These things change a lot. So a quick anecdote. I got my PhD at University of Pittsburgh back in 1994. I'm kind of dating myself now. But here's the funny thing. I was looking at CAD layout tools back in the mid 90s, and a CAD layout tool for a very very large scale integrated circuit, VLSI circuit, really took too long to lay out the circuit. I mean, it took hours, if not days.
Hmm.
So they asked me to do some research and look at how can we speed this up. So I actually used back then AI machine learning to learn how CAD tools actually lay out the product.
Hmm.
And by doing that, I could do a quick, machine learned CAD tool layout, then use that as my going in layout for the tools. And I think reduced it like by 50% or so. But the
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, that's that genie of AI has been stuck in the bottle all these years till November 2022 when
that's
ChatGPT
my
let it
point.
out and said, "Hey, you can just do this right now."
Yeah, that's my point. And until it actually became public or
Yeah,
whatever you want to say, internalized or whatever the word is,
accessible
or
and yeah,
commercialized, accessible, it wasn't going anywhere. It was going around in circles. It was
it
kind of stuck
was.
in research. Now everybody can use it.
Yeah.
So
So,
academia needs to get on board and get in front of this thing. Okay, and that's
yeah.
exactly what we're doing.
Fortunately, yeah, that's what I mean. We were on a webinar just a couple days ago, and a lot of schools presented. And I think we were one of 2 schools that directly addressed how AI is being integrated in our curriculum. And
Right.
that's basically our industry folks telling us what's the best way to do this. And we're going to meet with them here in a few weeks, and they should be updating us on a little bit more. Um, so, if you want to know the curriculum for system engineering, we've got another podcast where Don goes through all the courses in detail. But, I usually look at that curriculum, Don. What's your favorite in there?
I have to say my most favorite course is Sys 501.
Okay.
Because in that course, I mean, that covers it all from the beginning with stakeholder requirements, all the way through disposal, test and evaluation, ConOps, architecture. I mean, it covers everything. Okay. Not to any real, depth. Okay. But it covers everything. So anybody who takes this course really has a good understanding and fundamental knowledge of system engineering itself. Plus, this is the course that actually allows you to waive the knowledge exam for NCOSE. So it
Yeah.
really follows the NCOSI handbook. Yeah, my second favorite, if I can stick it in there, is 585, the capstone experience,
Oh
because
yeah.
this is a course that we put the students into teams and they work together to work on a project of their choosing, or maybe their company's going to sponsor something. We actually had Pratt& and Whitney sponsor a couple of projects for us, which got really kind of neat. And they learn how to work on a team, how to lead a team, how to put together a project from, stakeholder requirements all the way through test and evaluation and lifecycle management plan. And then we have a final presentation for everybody. And I invite all the WPI faculty and their families and their colleagues, whoever else. And it's always turned out to be a good time for everybody.
Yeah, those are great events. I've been on many of those, and it's just so cool. I mean, your favorites are basically the beginning and the end of the curriculum. Yeah, the beginning where you get them
The
credentialed, and
bookends
the
are
end
done,
where you
yeah,
see
bookends, yeah.
here's what you've done with all this knowledge right away in a relatively short span of time. That's very cool.
So I think I can pretty much guess which is your favorite course on this page.
Yeah, those are great courses that you mentioned, but I came here bringing a lot of engineering management and leadership stuff from the technical field. And so I developed that SIS 503, System Engineering Management and Leadership. And that's probably what you're thinking of, Don.
That's it. That's the one. You guessed
Yeah.
right.
So
Or I guessed
basically,
wrong.
how to be better leaders when you are a system engineer or basically any type of engineer. And so that course brings in a lot of the content regarding conflict and communication, but in real modern approaches, and including a lot of those AI bots. And we do a simulation of change management, which is a really good thing to understand as a systems engineer because you're basically introducing change in the organization. You're working across disciplines. So enough of a sales pitch on that. I think you take it, you'll really enjoy it. And we're making that one of our core pillars of leadership management. You can take other things, but we're going to push that one on you. Hopefully, it's the right thing.
Well, I gotta tell you, so you might know this already. I'm not sure, but when you first got here with that course and you offered that course, it wasn't part of leadership management requirements. We should have
No,
an off course. And a couple of students approached me and said, "Can we add this to the leadership management requirements? Can you waive this requirement allows it takes this 503?" I said, "Sure, I can do that." And then word got out, and you had like what 15 students sign up for your course that particular term.
that term in the latest one had 18, so
18,
it's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
catching on.
it is catching on. So it's
Yeah.
so you're welcome.
Yeah, yes, thank you
So
very much, Don. I think it's very good for me and the program.
absolutely.
But try to tie it up, really the question becomes, why do you want to come here? Why do you want to come to a PI? You might say, well, you're one of the oldest ones. Maybe that's not the right place to go. Well, we are, thanks to you, Don, and many others who are very active and COSI partner. We are a top 20 program U.S. News and World Report, number 18, with a bullet, probably. Um, but it's that integration, right, of technical depth and leadership in the engineering field. Our integration of AI, not just from what we think works best, but we've got experts on campus, right? In AI?
Yes, absolutely. We actually have a new master's program in artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So what's nice is our program can draw from that. So we have, space for electives. We can take artificial intelligence electives if you want.
Hmm.
That's really kind of neat.
Yeah. So we are geared for the future. And so you want to learn more? We're going to throw our contact information down in the comments area, maybe even throw something up here. And there is probably a QR code, but we'll find ways for you to connect with us. And really would like to talk to you more about system engineering or get you set up in our classes, certificates, or other events that we can put together for you.
Right. So the applications are open now, and we're looking for people to put into our fall program starting in fall 2026.
Yeah. So join us, contact us. We'd love to work with you to help advance your career and your education. So for now,
Absolutely.
I'm Larry Mallak.
And I'm Don Gelosh. I'm going to put on some sunscreen here and go sit on the beach for a few minutes.
Yeah, sounds good. Great to hang out with you all on the beach today, and we'll catch up with you next time.
Sounds good.
Bye now.